At this time, we're going to focus in on rhyme scheme and repetition. Again, please make sure you have out your notes, your sound devices, notes, and vocabulary. This is what it looks like. So we're going to be focusing on repetition and rhyme scheme. Repetition is when we repeat a sound, word, phrase, or sentence more than once. Rhyme scheme is a type of repetition. Alliteration was one type of repetition. Rhyme scheme is another type of repetition. Now first, let's focus on what rhyme is. I'm sure you all know, but rhyme is when there is the same sound at the end of a word. Examples of rhyming words are cat, bat, hat, pat. They all sound the same at the end of the word. Now, why do we use rhyme? Rhyme is used to make writing more catchy. It's easy to remember, which is beneficial to an author. An author doesn't want to write a whole bunch of things and then have everyone forget it. So they use rhyme to help people remember. Rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhyming words in a poem. When identifying the pattern or the rhyme scheme, we use letters in alphabetical order. So an example of what a rhyme scheme would look like would be A, B, A, B. Another example of what a rhyme scheme would look like could be A, B, B, A. We are going to go through the poem Toads and actually identify the rhyme scheme. But first, let's take a step back. So we use letters to track the pattern of the rhyme scheme. If a word sounds the same at the end, if there are words that rhyme in the poem, they get assigned the same letter. When tracking the rhyme scheme of a poem, we always start with A. Only look at the last word of each line. So here we have toad, tree, trod, sheep. We always will start with the letter A as our first letter in our rhyme scheme. Toad and any other word that rhymes with toad will get an A. Our next word is tree. Since tree does not rhyme with toad, we will go to the letter B, which is the next letter in the alphabet, because the rhyme scheme goes in alphabetical order unless there's a repeat. So we will give tree the letter B. So right now our rhyme scheme is A-B. For the next line, line 3, the last word is toad. Toad rhymes with toad, so we will assign line 3 the letter A as well. The last word of both lines 1 and line 3 rhyme, so they get the same letter assigned to them. Then finally we get to line 4 of stanza 1. That word is she. What we have to do is we have to look at all of the words before the word she. Do any of those words that are at the end of the line, do any of those words at the end of the line rhyme with the word she? If we can say yes, then we'll give this line the same letter assignment as the other line that rhymes with this line. So we have the word she. Does toad rhyme with she? No. Does tree rhyme with she? Yes. So therefore, both line 2 and line 4 have the letter B by them. For stanza 2, we have the word when at the end of the line. Does the word when rhyme with any other words before it? The words that are at the end of the lines. Does it rhyme with any other word that's at the end of a line before it? Does it rhyme with she? Does it rhyme with toad? Does it rhyme with tree? Does it rhyme with toad? No, it does not. So when gets a new letter. For the line that ends with the word when, we will give that line the letter C. Our next word is heart. Does heart rhyme with any word before it? Does heart rhyme with when, she, toad, tree, toad? No, it does not. So we'll continue down the alphabet. We only use the same letters when the words rhyme, because we're trying to track a pattern. If the words do not rhyme, then we will use the next letter in the alphabet. So this one is D. Up here, everything was rhyming with something before it or after it, so we kept repeating. But down in stanza 2, none of those words rhyme with any other words in this poem, so they all get their own letter. Let's go to stanza 3. In stanza 3, we have the word whim. Does the word whim rhyme with any other word? Vein, trod, ground, heart, wind, she, trod, tree, toad. No, it does not. It comes close to win, whim, and win, but they're different. So we will have a new letter, the letter H. Our next word is bower. Does bower rhyme with any other word before it? Whim, vein, trod, ground, heart, wind, she, toad, tree, toad. No, it does not. We will go to our next letter, which is the letter I. Now we have the word power. Does the word power rhyme with any other word before it? Power, bower, whim, vein, trod, ground, heart, wind, she, toad, tree, toad. Yes, the word power rhymes with the word bower. Therefore, they both have the letter I to label their rhyme scheme. These letters are used to recognize the patterns. We recognize that there are two words that rhyme at the end of these two lines, so they both get the same letter. Then finally we have the word hymn. Does hymn rhyme with any other word before it? Power, bower, whim, vein, trod, ground, heart, wind, she, toad, tree, toad. Yes. The word hymn rhymes with the word whim. So, it gets the same letter, an H, because they rhyme. This is how we identify rhyme scheme. Whenever there's a repeat, whenever there are two words that rhyme, they get the same letter. In some poems, you will find that you will have words that rhyme, and one word up here in the first line of the poem rhymes with the very last word of the poem. So just keep that in mind as we continue to work with rhyme scheme.